Morning everyone. Today I want to talk to you about how you use your Facebook profile versus how you use your Facebook page. It's a very humid, muggy Friday morning, and Fridays as always are all things marketing. So as my disclaimer as always, I'm certainly no marketing expert. I'm a student of marketing, and I try and test loads of new things and constantly learning new things that I'm trying to implement. And my objective here is to give you some feedback on what works, what doesn't work, what's some really cool hacks, and just to give you some general, hopefully steer into avoiding wasting your time on marketing activities that don't work. I mean, that's ultimately what I'm trying to do. And the topic I'm talking to you about today, I have to say that I've never really kind of followed this strategy to the T, but it's something that I'll be certainly looking at doing in the future, and I'll talk to you about my reasons why. Now, the other thing just before I begin is, the real tough struggle this morning. I think I got like 5 and a bit hours sleep last night. I was working late. I know I talk about only spending 30 minutes a week on my property business. That is completely true. But what it fails to recognise is the countless 60, 70, 80-hour weeks I spent building that business. And when you build a business, that's where all the front-loaded hours are generally spent. The systemization part, bizarrely, what most people struggle with, is actually the easy part. You've already built your business to a stage where it needs systemizing. It's the building, which is where the hard graft and the hours often will go in, and that's where I spend all my time, in building businesses. But yeah, so long story short, I was up really late last night working, and as a result, you wake up this morning and feel groggy, got a headache behind my eyes, when you're sleep deprived. It's one of those where you really don't want to run, and it's really hot and humid and sticky out here as well, which doesn't help, but I'm still here. So that's the power of accountability, which is what this vlog is doing for me. So thank you everyone for that, and hopefully I, in a strange kind of way, hold you accountable too. So sorry, there's a car coming past me, just bear with me. So back to, just first and foremost, give you an update on my marketing activities. Let this car go past me first. When you get big vans like that coming down little country lanes like this, they just want to run you into the grass verge. But anyway, so a bit of an update. I think I'm slowly approaching 12,000 as a total following, which is good. But something I've noticed significantly this week is the impact of amplification through Facebook groups. Now, I have noticed one issue. If you share a video, sharing videos is really good if you want to keep track of total view count on a video. But so many of the big groups out there don't like you sharing content into the group, and it'll just get removed. So there's pros and cons to doing it. So the underlying strategy will be that I share into groups that allow it, because it's quick and it's instant. And the groups that are A1 groups, I really want to get my content in, I'll publish the episode manually to get it in there and change the copy to make it unique to the group. But the bottom line is that some of my fairly poor performing episodes, when I just posted on my profile and pages on Facebook initially, have now kind of got into the 2,000 view category, just because they're getting in front of a really targeted audience. So I'll talk to you more about this on a separate video, but I've had a big win from amplification from Facebook groups, and understanding that you should have two lists. One list where you can share content into, because it's super quick and easy to do, and a second list which is smaller, where you have to upload manually into. It's an additional upload, but I think the result will be certainly worth it from a reach perspective. The second win is I'm really starting to get a bit of traction on LinkedIn now. Using a LinkedIn engagement group is working, and because I'm partaking in that activity of liking other people's posts, I'm getting it reciprocated. And as a result, when I first started putting videos into my LinkedIn account, they're really, really poor performing, kind of 100 views, if that, we're now getting several that are kind of getting 800, 900, which is really cool. And I'm getting more comments and likes as people are actually seeing my content now and actually taking notice. So the lesson there is consistency is key. I could have given up after the first couple of weeks of LinkedIn, but I haven't. I've kept persevering with it, and as a result, it's starting to build some traction. So that's really cool. Work to be done on TikTok. Not really getting a huge amount of traction there. I'm getting quite a few likes, not enough follows. I think I need to learn the platform a bit more in depth and to try and ensure that I'm getting a bit better traction on that platform. I need to do that sooner rather than later before they start changing the algorithms. Twitter is actually randomly one of the poorest performing platforms for me, but I'm starting to get a teeny tiny bit of engagement on it, so which is exciting. And the big one, which I'm going to be focusing on next, is going to be YouTube. There's a lot of work that goes into optimizing your posts for YouTube with description, tags, titles. I'll do separate episodes on that in the future, but I'm going to be trialing that from next week onwards to really start ramping up my engagement, because I actually think YouTube is probably the best platform for the vlog. So that's going to be interesting. I'll keep you posted on that. But overall, it's going really well. I'm having very little involvement other than recording this episode and dropping it into my shared drive in G Suite, and my team of VAs doing the rest. So really, really cool. I need to implement a few optimization hacks on each platform and teach my VAs to do that on my behalf. But overall, it's going well. Instagram also building traction nicely now, and I think my 1,000 followers in 30-day challenge, I'm up to 350 now. I'm only a third of the way through, so I'm bang on point to achieve that. So, and I'm a bit behind on some of the lessons I've got to catch up on. So I'll keep you posted on that. But all things going well. It's really starting to hopefully gain a little bit of traction now, which is exciting. So back on to the stuff about what's happening for me and updates on my side. Facebook profile versus Facebook page. Okay, so this was Russell Brunson actually covered this in his Traffic Secrets book, and it was just a really timely reminder that people don't really know how to use pages. And to be brutally honest with you, pages are, if you're not going to do any paid advertising, pages are almost pointless. Pure and simply because the organic reach is so limited. You know, they basically, it takes ages to build a number of likes, and you know, I would only spend time focusing on building a big following or a number of people who liked my page if I was going to be investing into an ad strategy in the future. Now I am, so it's something that I will be doing, but at the moment my pages have got very limited number of likes. I mean, I have one page from a previous venture that's got about 2,000 likes, but they're probably not the most targeted of people, so perhaps vanity rather than actual quality. So I'll talk to you about some strategies I'm going to use to growing my page in the future. But the big differentiator then is paid advertising. You have to have a page. So if you're going to be doing some paid ads, and most, I talked about the prioritization of your marketing activities, and in terms of growing your traffic, and I actually said that paid traffic was the last in the process, and I stand by that. So the order is content creation, what you're doing yourself. Like I've already evidenced here, that I had videos going out, getting little or no traction. A few weeks in, they've got over 2,000 views. So that just shows, and they'll continue working for me forever, pure and simply because I'm recycling them. If you leave them just in one area like your profile, the reach will just get lost in the archive of your content. But if you keep referring back to them and re-engaging them with new audiences, like the Facebook group algorithm, and you're hosting them somewhere where they're easily searchable, like a Facebook group that you own, then they'll continue to work for you in the future. And that's not to mention all the other social media platforms they're going on. So content creation is number one. Number two is your Dream 100 list. I'll talk to you about this on a separate episode. Where does your target market hang out? Which influencers they follow? Which groups they're in? Which pages they like? Collaborate with these people. Find a way in which you can get your message out to their audience. Sometimes you have to pay for it. Sometimes you just have to do a bit of schmoozing to try and work your way in and build a relationship with the influencer. Ideally, you don't want to be directly competing against each other, otherwise it's highly unlikely the collaboration opportunity is going to be there. But an indirect link, i.e. you have the same target market but a different offering. You can even JV and have a joint offering, which is another really cool way. So I haven't really pushed this yet, but it's something that I'll be focusing on in the next quarter, which starts week commencing the 17th of August. So I'm just trying to tidy up the last few loose ends of this quarter. Number 3 is affiliates. Build your own affiliate program. And again, if you have a product service to sell and you can give a commission structure away, there's really cool affiliate software that you can use. We use ours through Kartra, which automatically calculates affiliate payments and does it all automatically, which is really cool. Haven't put a lot of time and effort into that yet, but again, it's something that's going to be focused on in the next quarter. And then finally, paid traffic. So don't stress yourself out too much about using your page to its full potential at this moment in time. It's highly likely you'll, sorry, I'm superstitious, so the single magpie flew across my, and I don't know why my wife says it's superstitious when I salute a single magpie. If anybody else knows that, but there you go, it's a little funny superstitious thing that I do. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, so paid, only when you're getting ready to do paid advertising is paid super important. The other thing which may make your page slightly more important now is if you use a chatbot. I strongly recommend on doing so. I've used chatbots quite extensively historically, and I'm gradually bringing them in to their own to their own specific strategy and my new business opportunities. And the reason for doing that is that they are, the open rates you get are like 85 to 95%, which is ridiculous. The downside is you can't hit them as hard as you can with email marketing, but if used right, they can amplify your message. Another place for you to grow a very personal list, and another way that you can kind of have quite an intimate relationship with these people on a more personal basis. So it's a really, really cool thing to introduce into your marketing strategy, and I'll be focusing more on this in the future. But you need a Facebook page to be able to run one. I'll talk to you about the ways and what chatbots I use and how I link them and etc. in a future episode. So then, now it comes onto your Facebook profile. So hang on, before we go, summarise Facebook page. It's for paid advertising. The organic reach is very limited unless you're putting money behind it in terms of boosts or adverts, and you only really need it for paid advertising or chatbots. So that's the summary of the page. So how does it work in tandem with your profile? Your profile is much more personal to you. So firstly, a little hack, make sure if you're growing your Facebook profile, mine's at about 4,000, something like that. So I've got another 1,000 people. Oh, there's another magpie. If I get too much bad luck, so I'm saluting. Yeah, so Facebook profile, first little hack is go to the privacy settings and make sure that you have it set to allow you to take on followers. When you cap out at 5,000, yes, you'll be recycling, but you'll also have other people out there who've got 5,000 friends that want to see what you do. And if you know if you're recycling your friends, they're not going to be able to friend request you or accept your friend request unless they're recycling their friends list as well, which may not be the case. If you've got the follower setting set up, that means that anybody can click follow you. Now, they don't know your friend, but they'll see your stuff in their feeds. So don't miss out on that. It's free traffic. So many people do. And you'll see people like big influencers that will have their friends cap hit, and then they'll have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. So don't miss out on that extra traffic that you're going to generate. So really, really important. If your Facebook profile is optimized, you'll hook in people when they look at your profile. So that's free traffic there. So really, really important you do that. If you're struggling with it, it's in the privacy settings. But if you're struggling with it, just type in Google how to allow followers on my Facebook profile, and there'll be loads of tutorial videos on how to do it. But make sure you do it. Really, really important. So your profile is for everything about you. Now, I put all my blog episodes there. Any content you want to create, put in your profile, and how you should be linking your profile on your page is your profile should basically be your test bed. Anything that's getting super engagement or really well, lots of likes, lots of comments, lots of views, the top performing stuff, you then want to share into your page and use that for your page and put some money behind it because you know that stuff works. You've tested it in your profile. So, providing you get your target demographics right with your paid ads, again, I've spent quite a lot of time with paid advertising, been very amateurish in my results, but I do quite understand quite a lot of it. So I'll talk to you about this in more detail when we come to talking about Facebook ads and that side of things. So, but yeah, the point being is that use your profile to test all of your content, and anything that's performing well, you want to share across to your page or upload it manually to your page and put some paid advertising behind it. That way you'll build your likes and followers of your page with targeted traffic, and you know it's stuff that ticks the boxes with your target market, so you're going to greatly increase the chance of it performing well for you as an ad. And that's one of the biggest problems, isn't it? The testing and measuring and iterating process without wasting loads of money on ad spend. So hopefully that really helps you. The other thing with your Facebook profile, I've done separate videos on how you can optimize it. I get, well, in multiple different formats, because my profile is optimized, I get kind of 5 to 10 unique clicks every day on my link on my profile, which takes people into my world. Start at the top of the funnel because of my optimized funnel. I also have a friend requesting a friend recycling strategy, which again brings 30 to 50 targeted people into my friends list every day. And then I invite people I'm friends with into my Facebook group, which is the top of the funnel again. So if you don't optimize these things will work on automation for you. When I say this, I'm not doing any of this. It's either done by automation software or by my team of virtual assistants. So it's very, very affordable to do so. So there's a lesson there. Go back and watch my previous episodes on this stuff if you haven't already done so. So I hope you found that useful. Hope I've given a fairly high level overview of what you should use your Facebook profile for, what you should use your Facebook page for. You get much more organic reach with your Facebook profile than you do your Facebook page, although pre-recorded content trends a lot slower than live stuff. I'm about to trial some new software. I'll tell you in a minute, just go past them. Morning! I'm about to trial some new software that allows me to upload pre-recorded content to Facebook so it appears as a live. So it's a subscription-based software, but I'm going to trial it for a period, see what the result is from that, because if I do that, it will then allow me to possibly launch it into different groups as lives as well, which again, for the groups that allow it, you get maximum reach. And something I've just thought about while talking to you, you almost want 3 different types of Facebook group. One that allows you to share content in, one that allows you to upload your videos in manually, but one that will also allow you to upload it live or do a live video in. You'll find when you look through them, some of them don't allow lives, some of them won't allow shared content, some won't allow videos, period. So let's check over the admin. I do check over the admin rules, but for me it's ask for forgiveness, not permission. Put it in there. If it gets taken down, I put a cross against it for the type of content I'm putting in it, and I'll move on to the next group until I find a select number of groups that maximises my reach in the least amount of time. So a little hack there as well for you. So I hope you found this useful. To summarise, Facebook profile is for all your content. You're testing it here. You're seeing what's engaging. Anything that engages, you want to put some ad spend behind it, share it across or upload it manually to your Facebook page, and that's where you run ads from. You can also run chatbot from your page, but profile, you'll get more reach than you've got a page. Page's organic reach is extremely low. So doing organic posts on it, which I have been doing for a long period of time, will get very little traction. I'm doing it just because I'm packing out my Facebook page with content. So when I do get people on it, they'll kind of work through it and look through it a bit more. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. But I will be following these principles I'm telling you now in the future when I start ramping up my ad strategy. So I hope you found that useful. Morning. I hope you found it useful, and so the differences between profile and page. As always, any comments, please put it on. I'll respond to every comment. Anything that's a bigger topic, I'll still respond, but I'll do a separate blog episode and tag you in so you don't miss it. Any likes or shares would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, as always, stay happy. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you in the next episode.